Welcome back to Weekend Sunrise this Sunday. A great day for reflection, I think, Morn. So we're going to have a little look at one of the darkest moments in US history. The 1967 Detroit riots lasted for 5 days, triggered by police raids of an unlicensed after-hours bar.
Now, over 7,000 arrests were made and 43 people were killed, most of who were black. And now, 50 years on, the Detroit Rebellion has been made into a movie.
Here in Detroit, a city of war, violence continues.
We've made state police and National Guardsmen available. I'm declaring a public state of emergency.
The riots of '67 are some of the deadliest America has seen, ending in thousands of arrests and dozens of deaths.
I assume this is about what went on at the motel?
What happened at the motel?
Detroit, the movie, recounts the disturbing true story of the events that took place and the people involved. Starring Anthony Mackie as Vietnam vet Robert Green and Will Poulter as police officer Philip Krause.
My responsibility with Krause was not to actually paint him as the villain, but was to hold him up as an example of what we can't afford to have in society. We can't afford to have racially motivated police officers. And unfortunately, Krause's behaviours in this film, are all too similar to that of many police officers we've seen in very recent history.
But despite 50 years passing since the riot, the movie's themes are still disturbingly relevant.
If in 2017 we're able to make a movie, I think, this relevant, then it's clear we haven't done enough, as far as making that a reality.
Leaving audiences captivated but uncomfortable.
The average man, I feel, man or woman, human, has has a certain amount of dignity and respect for their fellow human that a movie like this would make them very uncomfortable because they can't imagine treating another person in that way.
It's a war zone out there. They're destroying the city.
Police! I'm just going to assume you're all criminals.
Racism and bigotry isn't an American problem, it's a global problem. And until people start looking at other people the way they want to be viewed as themselves, we'll always have that problem.
While it's certainly not the first movie made centred around racism, Detroit has more of a lasting impact on viewers than others before it, like 12 Years a Slave.
They can look at that as almost a documentary of a period that we don't live in anymore. But it's definitely the themes and subject matters of movies like that are very relevant today.
Detroit is the latest film brought to us by Oscar-winning director Kathryn Bigelow, best known for creating profound, powerful pieces that aren't easy to watch.
If you look at Hurt Locker, if you look at 0.30, and you look at Detroit, you have three films that seek to do more than just entertain people. They actually, seek to be informative, and they are a gift to audiences that can be used to, actually, I think, improve, social ailments and issues that we all face, or issues that we don't necessarily face, but we could be doing more to help out with.
And it's people like her that are helping to pave the way for the next group of strong women in Hollywood.
There are some remarkable young women in Hollywood that aren't talking about it, they're being about it. And they're changing the business, they're changing the way people look at women, the way people treat women.
I need you to survive the night. Survive